Hey guys, it's me Kate again. I'm here for a little bit because I didn't feel like taking out my tripod. If this whole shot looks weird, that's because it's a gloomy day outside and my phone camera is dirty. My actual camera that I film on most of the time isn't charged because I can't be bothered. So yeah, this video will be my November wrap-up. In this video, I'll be talking about all the books that I read in November. I low-key participated in several readathons, and they'll all be mentioned either in the description or even in the title. I don't know at the moment. So let's begin with the first book that I read this month. That was The Lunches by Brandon Sanderson. So this is, I think, only one of his standalones, if I remember correctly. So in this book, we're following basically two people, one of them being the crown prince of this kingdom, which capital is right next to abandoned city of Elantris, which is said to be cursed, and people who are deemed to have this curse are thrown back in there, including him. And the other main character is his bride, who he was supposed to marry, but upon her arrival, people inform her that her husband is deemed dead because they couldn't tell her that he has been sent to Elantris. So and their wedding contract said that if they would be deemed married if one of them dies. So now she's queen without a king, actually future queen without future king, and is in this really weird political situation, which can lead to a bunch of stuff. I really enjoyed this book. I gave it 5 to 5 stars. Then I read Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. This is a Dark Academia book in which 6 people are invited to join this really elite magical society called Alexandrian Society, which is all about preserving knowledge from burnt down library in Alexandria. And in this but only out of our six main characters, only 5 can make it, and it's competition to see who will make it and who won't. I gave it either 4 out of 5 stars or 5 to 5 stars, I don't remember, but I really enjoyed it, even though some characters did annoy me, but that's just how it has to be. Then I reread Half Bad by Sally Green, which is first book in Half Bad series. In this series we're following Nathan, who is half white witch, half dark witch, actually wizard, and in this world, white witches are integrated themselves into human society, while dark witches are trying to preserve the way it was before. And Nathan is living with his mom's family, who are all white witches, and up until he's, I think, 14 or 15, I don't remember exactly. I think 14 because it's soon before his 15th birthday, I think. when he is taken by the ruling council of their world and put in a cage which he needs to escape from, because if he doesn't, he won't get his 3 gifts and blood order of a relative, and that can be deadly to him because he's also part Dark Witch. After that, I listened to Kind of the Big Deal by Shannon Hale. It was just a quick audiobook which I listened to on the way back to college, and on my way to college and back. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. It was really fun, and I don't remember much of what happened because I listened to it at the very beginning of the month. Then I listened to A History of What Comes Next by Sullivan Noel, which I gave 4 out of 5 stars. In this book, I also listened to it as an audiobook. In this book, we are following basically mother and daughter who are from this long line of women who are trying to advance human race to go up to space, if I remember correctly, and it was really interesting, but nothing groundbreaking. Then we have A Birthday by Meredith Rose, which I gave 5 out of 5 stars. In this one, we're following 2 people, Eric and I don't remember the other one's name, and I might have voted on Morgan. So we're following them each year from where they're 13 to when they are 18 or 19 on their birthday, and it's really about how they progress and also discovering who you are, because Morgan is transgender. So then I listened to Lacuna by Anna Walker. I gave 5 out of 5 stars. It's a fantasy romance in which we're following two guys who have these birthmarks, and basically whoever has a certain birthmark is a ruler of that country. So one of them is king of one country, the other one is king of the other country. There are also 2 more, 1 queen and 1 king. They are all like ruling in different parts of the continent, so north, south, east and west. And every 1,000 years there's a prophecy that there will be an eclipse, and then they have to come together in this central palace in the center of the continent, which is like controlling all the trade routes and everything, and have a tournament. But when they come there, turns out that 2 of them, so kings of west and north, I think, are linked to this magical bond, which is actually really funny how it goes, and it's really fun. Then I listened to the Code for Love and Heartbreak by Julian Hunter, I think. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. It's a contemporary young adult romance following these 2 kids who are in their high school's coding club, and it's really interesting. Then I listened to 3, actually 1 at this point. I don't know what I'm talking about. To Red Air by Lisa Henry, and I forget the other author. She gave 4 out of 5 stars, and in that one, it's first book in a series. And in this one, we're following basically Florence, who has been locked away by his tyrant uncle, so he can, ever since he was a kid, because his uncle wants to rule their country and doesn't want his nephew to come and claim the throne, which is rightfully his. And also the other main character is an outlaw who, because of only thing that people remember Prince Bai is that he had red hair, and our outlaw actually dyed his hair red, and then people are always confusing them. And also that would be actually a great plot to overthrow the tyrant king, because he also hadn't seen his nephew in years, and the only thing he remembers is that his nephew has red hair, and it's them trying to overthrow the power, the tyrant in power. Then actually I read a couple of books physically. I shall finish reading them, and first of them being All Boys Aren't Blue by George M. Johnson, which is his memoir about being black and queer. And yeah, stuff goes from there, and there's also pictures scattered around the book. For example, a picture of him and his cousins, I think, with their grandmother and stuff like that. I really enjoyed, gave 5 out of 5 stars. Then I reread Charlotte's Web by E.B. White, also gave it 5 out of 5 stars. So if you somehow not know what this is about, it's about a piglet named Wilbur who actually makes a friend in a spider named Charlotte. And then the last 2 books that I read in that little stint were The Way You Make Me Feel by Maureen Cohen, which are following a 16-year-old Clara Sheen who doesn't take her life really seriously, and because of she does something stupid at school, she actually has to work at her father's food truck instead of going to this later treat with her influencer mom. I really enjoyed, gave it 4 out of 5 stars. And then I reread Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban also. Then I listened to By the Book by Amanda Sallett and gave 4 out of 5 stars, which is this really weird book with people with books. I don't really remember what it's about, but it's really interesting. Then I listened to Elle Defense and Cyril's Socially Awkward, which are sequels to Red Air. Then I listened to We Are Totally Normal by Naomi Kanakia, which is contemporary male romance for a YA audience. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. It was good, but nothing groundbreaking. And then I listened to Dark King by S.N. Crawford, which is the first book in a series in which are following a Fae woman who was a princess, but her kingdom, actually queendom, if I remember correctly, because her mother was a ruler, actually was sunk, and now she has no. And everybody thinks it was her who did it, even though she hasn't. But it's all presumed because she was really powerful and actually drunk most of the time, and because she was so powerful that powers were messing with her mind, and she would drink to shut it all up. And now people are hunting her. Then I listened to Playing for the Wind, which is YA Contemporary by Robbie Couch, which is, for Dark King I gave 5 out of 5 stars, same as Playing for the Wind. In Playing for the Wind we are following Blaine, who is, I think it's even the reimagining of Legally Blonde, but don't quote me on that, I haven't checked. But we're following Blaine, whose boyfriend dumped him on his anniversary, and Blaine decides to run for class president in his class to prove his ex that he is serious about something else than painting. Actually, it was really good. And I listened to Fallen King by S.N. Crawford, also gave it 5 out of 5 stars, and it is sequel to Dark King. So then I actually read 2 physical books. Those were Half Wild and Half Lost. I think that's correct, that this Half Wild and this Half Lost. Let me just check. I always confuse them. Yes, it is this Half Wild and this Half Lost. It's only Green in Witcher's second and third book in Half Bad series. And also I listened to the third book of Fallen King and Dark King. I have to say that I forgot to write it down. Then I reread Dark Rise by C.S. Packet, in which we're following a boy named Will who is working on the docks in London, up until one day when he meets this group of people who are trying to prevent Dark King to rise up again, and he gets involved with them. It's really fun. I really enjoyed it, and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars even upon a reread. And now we're going into the last 2 books. First of them being Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. In this one we're following Fritz, who at the age of 6 is left by his maternal grandfather at the doorstep of the keep for his father, the crown prince, to raise him. But when the crown prince chivalry hears that his bastard son is coming, he abdicates the throne and goes to live in the countryside, which leaves Fitz in this awkward position where he's mostly raised by the stable master Boric up until a certain age when the king, his grandfather, takes interest in him because he would actually be a great royal assassin because he is son of the prince, and therefore he's important enough to be at royal engagements, but also as he is bastard, people want to pay much attention to him. And actually the last book, which I started this in November, but I might be able to finish it, even though, considering that I read more than half of it, exactly half of it in November, I'll just include it because I'm planning to finish it today, which is November 30th. Yes, I'm filming this on the day it's coming out, don't ask me why, and that's why it's late. So, and that's Royal Assassin, which is sequel to Assassin's Apprentice. So yeah, that's it for this video. If you liked it, please like, share and subscribe. Down below you have my social media, my email and some other stuff, and I'll see you in the next one.